Hello and welcome back. I'm Joseph Hoffman, and in this lesson we'll be learning how to play a one-octave scale and arpeggio in F major. And while we're at it, we'll also review all the diatonic chords in F major too. Let's come to the piano to get started. So here's our F major one-octave scale, which you'll remember discovering when we looked at our ladder of fourths. Every time we go up a fourth, starting with C as our starting point, we're going to add a flat. So here in the key of F, we have one flat, B flat. Now with tetrachords, we'd play the scale like this. But today we want to learn a fingering where we can play that entire scale with just one hand. Let's start with our left hand today. Go ahead and place finger 5 on F. And the fingering for the left hand one octave F major scale is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then finger 3 glides over 3, 2, 1. Let's watch that again. 3, 2, 1. Then to come down, we have 1, 2, 3. Finger 1 comes under 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now press pause and try that scale fingering for the left hand on your own, then press play to go on. Now let's look at the right hand fingering. You're used to a fingering that goes 1, 2, 3, and then your thumb comes under. The problem with that fingering is, and you can try this, to get that B flat, your thumb is going to be very uncomfortable and awkward to try to cross under to a black key. So we have an altered fingering for the F major scale, and that is going to be a lot more comfortable. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, then bring your thumb under 1, 2, 3, 4. And you'll find that because we're using 4 fingers here and then 4 fingers here, you can get all the way up the one octave without ever needing your finger 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then coming back down, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. Because you're used to coming under finger 3, you'll have to really make sure that you're careful here, especially coming down. You'll be tempted to use finger 3. Make sure you cross over with the finger 4 so you have enough fingers to make it all the way down. Now press pause to try that right hand fingering out. Make sure you're using a finger 4 on B flat, both up and down. Press pause to give that a try a few times on your own, then press play to go on. Now let's look at the arpeggio. Our fingering for the arpeggio will be the same as other arpeggios we've done. And that's 5, 4, 2, 1, 2, 4, 5 for the left hand, and for the right hand, 1, 2, 3, 5, 3, 2, 1. So go ahead and press pause again, and now let's try out the arpeggios. Try your left hand, try your right hand, then press play to go on. Now let's do a quick posture check. I want you to make sure that your bench isn't too close. You'll find that your elbows will be crammed against your body and you won't have as much flexibility. You need to scoot your bench out such that your elbows can comfortably float in front, slightly in front of your torso. Also, make sure that your wrist is relaxed and flexible, but for the most part level. Also, make sure your fingers aren't buckling backward like this. Make sure your fingertips are firm enough. They should be in a relaxed curved shape, but have enough firmness that they don't wobble when they play like this. So nice firm fingertips, bench in the right shape, wrist relaxed, nice tall back with relaxed shoulders. So press pause one more time, and being very careful about your posture, try each scale and arpeggio once in each hand, and then press play to go on. Now let's go through the diatonic chords in the key of F. Where would the 1 chord be in the key of F major? Well, we just start on an F and build up by thirds. We skip up, here's the third of the chord, here's the fifth of the chord. You can try this in just one hand if you prefer, or you can try it in both hands. Okay, so here's our one chord, and let's say this out loud. One chord F major. Say that with me. One chord F major. Now, let's find the two chord. The two chord is built on the second note of the scale. So if we're playing the scale, we go F, then G. So our two chord would have a G, B flat, D. Notice you might be tempted to play this, but remember B is not diatonic in the key of F. In the key of F, there is no B, it's a B flat. So wherever you would want to play a B flat instead when we're doing diatonic chords. So here's our one chord, here's our two chord. So repeat after me, G minor two chord. Good, now our three chord is right here. Repeat after me, A minor three chord. Good, now when we come up another step, remember it's not a B, it's a B flat. So you're gonna have to shift your hands forward a little bit so you can comfortably play that chord. And repeat after me, B flat major four chord. Then when we come up another step, remember there's no B, so we go straight to C, C major five chord. Repeat after me, D minor six chord. Now when we come up another step, here's a B, so it has to become a B flat. E diminished seven chord. Remember, in a major key, the seven chord is always diminished. It gives you that kind of strange, tense, diminished sound. E diminished seven chord, and then we finish with F major one chord. Good, now press pause, and on your own, I'd like you to go through and play and name all the chords, the diatonic chords of F major. Don't forget the B flats. Play and name those chords out loud, and then press play to go on. Good. Now, why do we learn a certain key? It's so we can play music in that key. So let's take some songs and pieces we've learned in the past and try to play them in the key of F, starting with Heart and Soul. Let's do the accompaniment of Heart and Soul in the key of F. Here's our one chord, then here's our sixth chord. Now remember, the four chord, we're going to need a B flat, right? Because we're in the key of F, so all B's are B flat. Then we come up to C, F chord, D minor chord, B flat major chord, C major chord. Press pause and try that on your own. Try that accompaniment, then press play to go on. Now another thing you could do on your own would be to make up your own chord progression in the key of F. Maybe the one chord, then the three chord, then the four chord. That sounds kind of cool, huh? You can have fun inventing and composing your own chord progression. And then last of all, maybe take a song like Promenade. See, I can play that in the key of F now. All I have to do is remember to use B flat and no other black keys. That's our only accidental we have to worry about. And both finger ones start on F. And you can try playing Promenade in the key of F. So every day I'd like you to use the metronome to practice doing your scales, your arpeggios, and your diatonic chords in the key of F major. Be sure to do right hand and left hand, and then have some fun experimenting with the key of F, composing a chord progression, composing a melody, or transposing one of your old pieces or songs to the key of F major. Great job today learning how to play scales, arpeggios, and diatonic chords in the key of F major. I wanted to remind you how important daily practice is and how important using great piano posture is every time you sit down to play. By practicing carefully every day, you can develop amazing skills at the piano. So, happy practicing, and see you next time. Practicing the piano every day is important. Very important, just like Mr. Hoffman says. But today, we'd like to make sure that everyone watching out there also remembers a few other important things that you ought to be doing every day. Right. So, here goes for our top 5 list of things to make sure you do every day. Besides practicing piano, of course. Of course. Number 5 on our top 5 list of very important things to do every day: eat vegetables, especially the leafy green ones. Oh boy, who'd like to join me for some delicious kale salad? Number 4, brush your teeth. Nice, Sharky. How did I end up with this job? Ironic, huh? Number 3, say what you're thankful for. I'm thankful for music and dancing and all the colors. I'm thankful for cool bugs. We're thankful for cheese. Yep, pretty much cheese. Yep, cheese. Number 2, give someone a hug. I'd love to give you a hug, Scuba, but I don't have any arms. Just kind of lean in and, yeah. And finally, number 1, get some exercise. I wonder what I should do for exercise today. Some yoga? No, too stretchy. Play some basketball with me? No. I have an idea. How about some running? Run! It's only fair, you know. He helps me brush my teeth. I help him get some exercise.